How can we add our colored threshold image into this poster and create a corresponding shadow? So first thing that we're going to need to do is find our image, and here I've got Jose Quinones. He's sent me his image as a JPEG, and I'm going to use the magic wand. I'm going to click on the white on the outside. I'm going to press Control-Shift-I. To invert the selection, I'm going to press Control-C and then Control-V to paste it in. Some of you guys might have issues with that if the selection sort of bleeds through to white areas of your body. So an alternative is to find your image, and here's mine, and you can see that it's a PSD and it's got a few different layers. If you hold Control and then click on your threshold layer, it creates a selection, and if you then press Control C while you're on the colored layer, it's going to copy that, and then you can paste it into your poster like so. And you know what? I made a mistake. So what you're going to want to do, that's interesting. What you're going to want to do is, instead of pressing just Control C, you're going to want to press Control Shift C. And what that does is that copies all visible layers. So if I go back and press Control V, there we go. So Control C is just one layer, Control Shift C is all visible layers, but I'm going to get rid of that for right now. Here we've got Jose, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control T. I'm going to click the paperclip to make sure that it's symmetrical. I'm going to reduce the selection to about 55, and then I'm going to stretch it out some. Okay, and that's more or less good. So I'm going to take this text and I'm going to shift it down some. And I'm going to move this text. You can move that around. Play around with it until you find something that looks good. I'm pretty happy with this. So we need to create this shadow. How do we do that? So I'm going to click on Jose, and like I did before, I'm going to press Control and then click on the icon on this Jose layer. And when I do that, it creates a selection around his body. So I'm going to next create a new layer. I'm going to have black as the foreground color, and I'm going to use the paint bucket, and I'm going to fill it. So let's press Control D to deselect, Control T to invert the selection, flip it right upside down, and I'm going to have it right like this. Next, what I'm going to do is reduce the opacity to, we can start with about 50%. We can always change it. And to shift this shadow over some, I'm going to click on Edit, and then I'm going to click on Transform. And we can play with any number of these. I'm going to start with Skew and see how it looks. So I'm going to shift it over to the left. That looks good right there. I'm going to try one more. I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and then Distort. Just a little bit. And you know what? I'm not really happy with that. So for right now, I'm going to leave it like so. I'm going to shift it under his body, so I'm press Control T just to rotate it just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is, because I can see that it's under his sneaker a little bit, I'm going to use the eraser tool and just go like that, just a little bit. And you can play around with it to make sure that it looks really professional. So that's a good start. If Jose Quinones is a Day of Dialogue trainer, what you can always do is bust out the text and write featuring Jose Quinones, something like that. You guys be creative, have fun with this, and I'm looking forward to seeing your work.